Hi guys, welcome back. It is Christmas Eve. I hope you're all having a good festive season, whatever it looks like. You know, mine's really quiet, hence why I can come on here today. Since my daughter moved to Australia 5 years ago, it's just going to be me and my mum tomorrow. But whatever yours looks like, I hope you have a great one. Okay, so there's not been too much sourcing. My favourite car boot, last one was week before last, I believe. So, and small as you can imagine with the weather. But yeah, we've got a few things to go through, and I need to go through them today because a couple have already sold. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Okay, so let's go through my list. First of all, we have a Tree of Life wall hanging. So as you can see, it's open. Metal. I'm assuming that's aluminium or something like that in an oak frame. That was £3 at the car boot. It's quite nice, especially if you've got a coloured wall behind that. It's a nice thing. I like that. It's already had a coat of varnish because it was a bit sorry when I picked it up. So I've got a tray here. You know how I like my cranes. I've got a tray here which I had an accident with. I knocked the side off carrying it upstairs. Yeah, so it's just a hand painted glass tray there. So that's something else that needs repairing. Oh, right, there's the side of it. You know, the tagline on my channel is recycling yesterday, and sometimes I think I take that to extremes. The amount of stuff I buy that needs care and attention, shall we say. And I think if I was paying myself an hourly rate, it would not be worth it. But however, I do like sitting down watching the TV at night and restoring things. It gives me joy to bring stuff back to life. So this, easy, happy to do it and save something else from the landfill. In that same theme, there's a couple of other things. So let me get this monster. This huge candelabra, electric. As you can see, well, I could say something rude about that, but I'm not gonna. That's not actually broken. The dowels just come out, so that just needs putting back in and gluing. I have not tested it yet. It is pretty magnificent. It is carved wood, and it came with the original shades, so we do have 3 of those to go on there. Yeah, so I paid £5 for that. I think that's money well spent. It's quite grand. Yeah, actually, let's put this down here out of the way before I do any more damage. And going with the recycling, this, again, another lamp. Wooden base. Can't really see, I've got this wrapped around so much. So again, is this silver plate? Maybe once I clean it, will I see a mark or anything that gives me a clue? Probably not. It's probably just silver coloured metal. As you can see, it's a bit rickety, but everything's on screws. So I just need to maybe pop the bottom off, the felt off there, tighten it up, because I think I tested this one, I think this works, and clean everything up. And again, it's just, I couldn't see it go to landfill for what is quite a nice thing. So, you know, on those days between Christmas and New Year, when you're fed up of watching stupid movies, or while I'm watching stupid movies possibly, that will be another task for me to do. Pop that down there. So have I got anything else that needs work? Yes, one more lamp. So this one needs completely rewiring even. So it's a resin geisha, probably, with a crane. Again, love my cranes. Actually got quite a decent shade on it as well, like a damask one. Standard carved wooden base. The brass rod for the light fitting. And she is in perfect condition. So, like I say, 20 minutes, rewire that. And that'll be a nice £35 flip for £3. I'm happy to recycle. Put that there. So what else have we got here? I have listed this, I've forgotten the name of it. When I first picked it up, so it's carved bamboo. I thought this was maybe a lantern. I mean, you can put a pillar candle in there and light it. I don't know how fire retardant that would be. And I can't think of the original name of it, but this seems to be a brush pot. Seems rather grand for a brush pot, but yeah, I suppose you could use it for dried flowers or anything like that. It's a really, really nice hand-carved, hand-painted item. This one is already listed. Got the usual lowball offers on Vinted, Dream On. Yeah, that was a £5, so I'm not going to let that go too cheap. Okay, so I'm not going in order here, but let's just go through the table. A pair of Brutalist. These are vintage. These are Spanish. When I first saw them sat there, I thought they were goblets, but they're actually candle holders. They take a medium-sized pillar candle. I've given these a quick rub down and given them some oil, and as you can see, they look pretty fantastic with the metal decoration on there, like what do you call it, hammered nails. Yeah, so super nice things. We like those. These sold last night. I just listed them. So it's just a small pair of mid-century stainless steel candle holders. Nothing too special, but just that nice pedestal shape from that mid-century design. A couple of quid paid for those. Didn't price them high. Priced them at 15, sold straight away. This is rather nice. I had to Google image this, and it is going to fall apart. I need a spot of glue in there somewhere. So, this is a mid-century whist marker. So, any kind of, oh my god, I haven't got any words today. Card games that you play. And you just, I suppose, swivel this round for which, as you can see, it's really, really, really loose. I did take this apart and give it a good clean, hence why it's really, really loose. So I just need to sort that. Yeah, so I paid £1 for it. I didn't know what it was. The woman selling it didn't know what it was. And I thought, for £1, I shall take that, give it a clean, find out what it was, pay for my education. Yeah, so that's a nice thing. I'm thinking when my mum comes tomorrow, she might go, ooh, I'll take that. Because her and her friends play a lot of card games in the evening when they have games nights. So we shall see. This one might not make it onto a platform, but hey. From the tip shop, I have, and here we go, recycling again. I need to put some feet on there. Okay, so this is a piano music box, really nicely done. That will come up to rest that on there. Really nicely done. I think it might be walnut, I'm not quite sure. Look at the detail in the keyboard and everything. It's really, really nice. Again, needs what, 10 minutes of work. I'm sure I can find something to make some nice decorative feet on that. So that's it. So music box, little jewelry case, really nice. Then going completely off, as we always do, dashing from one era to another. I've got two of these. These are iron trivets, as you can see, with the mushroom tile. The tiles are made in Japan, so this dates them. sort of, well, obviously mushrooms were big in the 70s, weren't they, with those colours. And I got 2 of those for £1 each. One of them, is it this one? Yeah, one of them does have a tiny, tiny little crack across the corner, but I mean, gosh, you can hardly see it on there. The other one is perfect. So those are really nice. I like those. Those appealed to me. Get rid of those. I don't normally pick up Pyrex because it's not worth a great deal of money these days. However, I thought the Flandish might be not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Not too many out there sort of thing. It is vintage. It's in really good condition, not being through the dishwasher. So that transfer is nice and bright still. Little Flandish. Again, not a huge amount of money. £3 paid. 15 on a good day. Yeah, I don't think I'll pick up any more of that. I think it's that this time of year when it's slim pickings out there and you go, can I flip that? Can I make a tenner on that? Yeah, probably. And you know, I'm not going to turn my nose up at a tenner because they all add up. Bit of local pottery here for me. Even though the pottery does not exist anymore. I think I checked online and saw that they closed in, correct me if I'm wrong, 2002. So this is Wimborne pottery. Just a nice decorative plate. It's sgraffito, so it's etched into the surface to show the colour of the pottery underneath, which you'll see in the cream, and obviously with that hand painted nesting bird. I don't know what that is. I mean, is it a peacock? Who knows? But it's a nice thing. It's in perfect condition. Still got the sticker on the back. And it cost me all of £1. Cute. Right, I don't know where I'm putting anything now. Oh, good Lord. Right. So the copy on Sunday, I picked up these. So these are about 100 years old. These are made by an American company, Anchor Hocking, and they sell them as jadeite, not actual jade, obviously. These are a green coloured milk glass, but you can see how typically Art Deco this one is, with the ears and the steps. So I don't know, I'm assuming it's a little vase. It does have a couple of scratches on the outside, no chips or cracks, so I have listed this one. This one does have, which I didn't see at the time, some cracks in it. You probably won't be able to see it in this light. Again, it's got no chips or anything, and the cracks are internal. I don't know if I can see that one. Might be see one there. Are internal, and structurally, it's not too bad. But I think I'm going to keep this one purely because I'm not going to get too much money for it with the internal cracks, and it's small enough to go on my little curio shelf of little bits and bobs that I hang on to over the years. I do only have one shelf up on the wall, which I allow myself to do this with. So yeah, that will fine. I mean, gosh, I can stick anything in there, right? So those are very cool. They were only 50p each. So you can't say no, can you? Can't say no. Right. Random. We've got a wicker cornucopia to hang on the wall. So you can put your dried flowers in this, whatever you like. Obviously from the Horn of Plenty for the harvest. Modelled on a goat's horn as they were traditionally. Yep, 50p paid. It's in perfect condition. Does have a little bit of age to it. That one is currently listed for £18. We have managed to get one belt this weekend. This one's rather nice. So 3D kind of, almost like a brutalist, if you will, sunflower. Nice wide black leather belt. It's one of those ones that are slightly curved to be worn on the top of the hips. This comes off completely. So, you know, you can actually put it on another belt if this one's not big enough. I think I paid £3 for that, which is kind of top money that I'll pay for a belt. Again, I think this being in December, you go, I can still make money, buy it, even though probably in the summer when there's lots of stuff around, you go, or at least knocked her down. Tried to. Bit of Hornsey. Again, wouldn't normally pick up Hornsey, but this is a bay leaves one. This is the heirloom pattern in beautiful condition, and I think pretty much that's why I picked it up for £2. There don't seem to be a huge amount of bay leaves ones out there, so hopefully it'll be all right. Again, it's not huge money. It's £15 to £18 on a good day, but like I said, it all counts. This ugly thing. Oh dear, sometimes I just buy things because they're just so ugly. And here she is. She is a, yeah, vintage. There are a couple of markings on the bottom of there, nothing super. But she is in great condition. There's no damage on her at all. So this lady, porcelain, she does work. Nice and clean. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could try quite high with her. I could try maybe 30, 35, see if I get any bites. Because she's in such good condition for her age. I mean, I'm thinking she's maybe 40s, possibly 50s, I guess. Could be a bit later, but I'm looking at that bottom. Yeah, and it's quite worn, so yeah, we shall see. So that was that. This is rather nice. I'll take the shade off. Here's the shade to start with. So that was the original shade, I am guessing, on this. It's kind of a dome. And the actual base is cut crystal. This stumpy little thing. There we go. Yeah, so it is cut glass, nice and sharp, not pressed. I probably can't get a ring out of it. Really, really nice. Unusual shape. This collar up here, when I bought it, was virtually black, and I'm thinking, is it silver? Is it silver plate? Once I've cleaned it, there are no markings, but under a loupe, if you're used to looking at silver, you can see the way it pits, and the way it cleans up, and the colour of the tarnish, and all that kind of thing. And I can't sell it as silver because there is no stamp, but I would certainly say it's probably silver plate at the very worst. This one is currently listed for £35. It's a really nice shape with that. Let me get that on there. As you can see, it's really nice. £3 paid from my favourite house clearance people who always give me a good deal. They know I love my lamps. Back to something from the tip shop. I got this, still in its box. So this is a 1970s fondue set, stainless steel, still in the box, completely unused. So everything is still in its plastic. See, we've got the teak skewers there with the different coloured bottoms. There's the fuel holder. I won't get everything out, but everything is in there, still wrapped. I have no idea how much I paid for this because obviously I always do a bundle at the tip, but it was a maximum of £3. So we shall see on that one. Had listed it for 30. We'll see how we go on that. Gosh, if I didn't live alone, I'd probably be using that thing the whole time. I remember it from years ago as a kid, spending a lot of the 70s in Malta. Fondue used to be a thing, believe it or not. Even though it's what's it? Is it Swedish? Yeah. Yeah. But everything from like doing the cheese, but also filling it with oil, and everybody deep frying their own bits of steak. Yeah, so there's a lot of memories for me that. So yeah, but hopefully we shall get a good bit of profit on that one. So I think I've just got an IKEA light. Let me remember. Similar Blommer or something like that. I think they were producing these up until not long ago. But this is actually an earlier one because it's hot pink, and now they're sold more in a baby pink. Yeah, again, that was a bundle deal from Tip Shop. Works perfectly. I have no idea what I've listed that for. I can't remember, but it is listed. And I think the last thing I've got here, just check my list, is a Facebook pickup. I'm going to knock myself in the face picking this up, probably. So, here we... Oh my God. This extremely heavy iron candelabra. 3-on candelabra. Not a huge amount of age. I reckon this is probably 90s, 2000s. Yeah, it's just mahoosive, and I could keep that and do some bicep curls with that one, I reckon. I paid £10 for this. Yeah. Do I want to ship it? Not particularly. Will I? Of course I will. If you guys have been following my channel, especially on my Christmas one, you might remember that beautiful Bent and Lotta wild horse candelabra, that vintage Swedish one I had, which I was so reluctant to get rid of, and was put it up for £150, refused all offers because I'd rather keep it, and then someone came in and paid full price. Oh, up until the time I packed it, I was like, just refund them and keep it. But I had a word with myself and went, it's only stuff. Even though you'll never find one again, it's only stuff. So yeah, that went out, and that was a hell of a packing job. And this will be the same, but it's the name of the game. It is the name of the game. I'll try not to break it before I sell it. Right, I think that's it for today. Other than to say thank you very much for supporting my venture on YouTube. Those of you that have, I only started in August. Yeah, and obviously not got as many subscribers or followers or whatever you want to call them as you like, but that's okay. It's kind of a work in progress for me. I've only been doing this for 2 years now. I used to do it 25 years ago, sort of before too much online. I think eBay was quite new, that kind of thing. So a lot of what people did, it wasn't out there. It wasn't advertised. Nobody knew what anybody else was doing. Yeah, so this is just fun for me. And it's a record of what I'm doing, how far I've come. Yeah, and I'm just really enjoying it. I don't mind talking to a screen, because I know some of you guys out there are really, really supportive. Yeah, so thanks very much. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so anyway, final word, keep listing. Remember, people aren't going to get what they want tomorrow morning. They're going to go online and start shopping and going, damn it, I didn't get what I wanted. I need to fulfill that need in me, and I'm going to buy some shit online. There you go. Make sure it's your shit. Thanks for watching, guys. Merry Christmas.